Hi, it's Eva. I'm gonna kind of do the same format. I'm gonna talk about um a couple Bible stories and then comp- compare. Is that what I'm trying to say? Contrast it to some things I'm going through in my own life. And okay, so let's get started. I mean, they're kind of depressing ones. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm kind of had a bad day, sort of, today. So not a bad not a bad day like in life, but just too much overthinking and too much giving into distractions and trying to avoid working on stuff about myself that I 100% want to avoid and not deal with. And which would just magically disappear. Okay. So yeah. Okay, well, let's start off. Well, this is going to be really a Debbie Downer, but I did want to talk about I don't know how to say it, to be honest with you, but I guess I'll just go out and say it. For the past year and a half, I've been receiving, and I don't even understand so much why. I kind of know why it's happening now because I'm doing more videos and stuff, but I don't really understand why it was happening like a year ago or whatever. But I've just been getting a lot of cyberbullying and a lot of I guess mean comments, and I don't know, like misplaced emotions from other people that, like, I don't really understand what it has to do with me, to be honest with you. And I don't really get why people want to do that, for one thing. Like, I just don't get it. Maybe that's a flaw in myself that I can't really understand what people get out of it. Like, I'm just like a middle-aged woman who lives in the Midwest who has a disability. Like, I don't even have a fancy career anymore, or I lost my marriage. I lost my uh, career. I lost part of my body that gave me great joy and fulfillment and really was the source of how I made a living. So I'm not really grasping why anybody would think that I had something that they wanted. Like, I don't get it. Because I don't really look at my life and be like, I think I look at my life and I'm so grateful, and I think I've accomplished a lot of goals that I set a long time ago, but and, I was lucky with my kids and stuff, but and I've had, great friends and family members in my life, and I've traveled some really cool places, and I have a lot of interest in things, but overall, like, if I were to take a harsh look at which I do to myself every freaking day, at like what's going on in my life, like the last 8 years, I would definitely be like, what the fuck? Like, why would anybody be envious of this? I don't get it. It really just, I don't get it. I don't have like money. I don't know why people think I have money. Like, I buy a lot of consignment clothes and like knockoff jewelry, and I have some fancy clothes, yes, from being a professional for 25 years. But yeah. I had this problem when I got robbed with the online dating robbery brain injury debacle. I had a Prius at the time, and actually the guy that I went on a date with, met at the park, like, he was convinced I was bougie, that I had money, and I was driving a 14-year-old Prius at the time, and most of my credit cards were maxed out, and all the jobs I've ever had, though I have 2 graduate degrees, the careers that I chose are all service oriented, okay? So like librarians and social workers are not lawyers or doctors. So I don't really comprehend like why I would have been somebody's choice for a robbery victim. They definitely found that out because I only had $6 in my wallet. So since there was 3 of them, that's $2 each. So, and the credit cards that were all, they left them in their abandoned car with the weapon like emptied out and my cell phone thrown away. And like the police came in and pounded my car, and so they got caught before they were able to come back and get my car. So it's like, I don't really get it. So just to clear that up in case people like want to say mean things to me about me being privileged or something, like, that's like inaccurate. Like, yeah. I don't feel like I have to explain myself, but I kind of feel like since people are saying such shitty things, like maybe I need to like clear up some misunderstandings. Okay, the other issue is I don't understand like all these like this was like a while ago, but like I don't think I say who it was, but somebody posted a whole bunch of pictures of me, you know, El Natural, whatever, from like fucking 9 years ago. Not even current photos, right? On the black web, and then just all this bullshit people are always saying, like sexual, just making insinuations about my sex life or my dating life, or that like I'm promiscuous. I haven't actually had sex like with like actual intercourse in like 2 years. Like it'll be 2 years this July. So that's also a fallacy, and you know, anybody's welcome to go to mass with me if they want to see the exciting, passionate, driven life I lead. Yeah. So I don't know. I just think people have like all kinds of like fantasies in their head or something. I don't know where they're getting this stuff. I mean, it's all very exciting, you know. I mean, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, but inaccurate as hell. So anyway, now I'm going to do my video, but just thought I'd mention those things. And I also just did make a plea a couple weeks ago saying, please stop mocking someone or making fun of somebody who has a disability. Okay, like, I am not just sitting around eating candy and avoiding the workplace or whatever. Like, I actually took me like, well, because it was COVID and because I had to go through all the court procedures with the prosecutor to get those uh, the people who chose to attack me, to get them actually prosecuted in a case that actually held water. That took like a year and a half, almost 2 years. So it's like my disability case took over a year after that. And in America, I don't know if people, I mean, I didn't really know what disabled people get uh, for a living, but it's just, it's not, it's amazing that I, was lucky enough to win my case. I know many people who have, worse disabilities than me, like they literally can go through the disability process of, even with a lawyer for, multiple times and still not receive a win. So I know I'm lucky, but yeah, that barely pays my bills. And the medical expenses in especially since I've lost Medicaid, because of the state I live in, which is a red state. I don't plan to be living here much longer, so hopefully I'll be in a blue state. But yeah, I think I said this before in videos, but here's the FYI for people. If you have any major organ in your body that is compromised, or let's say broken forever, like your heart, your liver, your brain, like your pancreas, I don't know, like anything, cancer, if you have diabetes, like you will go bankrupt in this country. I'm sorry to be the sorry if that's like rude to say, but I had at one point, I got, well, it took a long time with a social worker to get restitution from the state of Kentucky for my assault, but I was able to pay off my medical bills at that point, but they just pile up because, what doesn't change is my brain's still broken. So it still costs continually, and it will forever. And if you have a major organ compromise in your body, with the healthcare system we have in this country, I'm not saying that other people in other countries don't have it hard too. I'm just saying, as an American who's disabled, I assure you that the Medicare you receive and the Medicaid that you may or may not have, even with those things, mm-mm, 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 you will be in debt, and you will struggle to have a future.